Hare Krishna, just give me 2 minutes. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistike Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangullangaya Begirim Yatkripātamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dīnatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Vishwaram Harihi Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. A very wonderful, auspicious good morning to all the assembled Vaishnavas. Today we will be going through the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 5th chapter, 36th verse, Part 2. Day before yesterday, you all come across the first and second paragraphs. So today we will be reciting the verse once and we will continue from the third paragraph onwards. Kurvana yatra karmani bhagavad chikshaya shrakrit grananti gunanamani krishyasyanusmaranti cha. If you want to repeat, you can repeat now. Kurvana yatra karmani
Kurvana karmani
bhagavad chikshaya sakrit
Bhagavasya
grananti gunanamani
Granante Gunanamani
krishnasyanusmaranti cha.
Krishnashyani Smaranti Cha.
Yeah, word about translation. Kurvana, while performing, yatra, thereupon, karmani, duties, Bhagavad, the personality of Godhead, Sikshaya, by the will of, Asakrit, constantly, Grunanti, takes on, Guna, qualities, Namani, names, Krishnasya, of Krishna, Anusmaranti, constantly remembers, Cha, and. While performing duties according to the order of Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one constantly remembers him, his names, and his qualities. Third paragraph purport. The major portion of our monetary income, not less than 50%, must be spent to carry out the order of Lord Krishna. Not only should we give the proper profit of our earning to this cause, but we must also arrange to preach this cult of devotion to others, because that is also one of the orders of the Lord. The Lord definitely says that no one is more dear to him than one who is always engaged in the preaching work of the Lord's name and fame all over the world. The scientific discoveries of the material world can also be equally engaged in carrying out his order. He wants the message of the Bhagavad Gita to be preached amongst his devotees. It may not be so done amongst those who have no credit of austerities, charity, education, etc. Therefore, the attempt must go on to convert unwilling men to become his devotees. Lord Chaitanya has taught a very simple method in this connection. He has taught the lesson for preaching the transcendental message through singing, dancing, and refreshment. As such, 50% of our income may be spent for this purpose. In this fallen age of quarrel and dissension, if only the leading and wealthy persons of society agree to spend 50% of their income in the service of the Lord, as it is taught by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there is absolute certainty of converting this hell of pandemonium to the transcendental abode of the Lord. No one will disagree to partake in a function where good singing, dancing, and refreshment are administered. Everyone will attend such a function, and everyone is sure to feel individually the transcendental presence of the Lord. This alone will help the attendants associate with the Lord and thereby purify themselves in spiritual realization. The only condition for successfully executing such spiritual activities is that they must be conducted under the guidance of a pure devotee who is completely free from all mundane desires, fruitive activities, and dry speculations about the nature of the Lord. No one has to discover the nature of the Lord. It is already spoken by the Lord himself in the Bhagavad Gita especially, and in all other Vedic literatures generally. We have simply to accept them in toto and abide by the orders of the Lord. That will guide us to the path of perfection. One can remain in his own position. No one has to change his position, especially in this age of variegated difficulties. The only condition is that one must give up the habit of dry speculation aimed at becoming one with the Lord. After giving up such lofty, puffed up vanities, one may very submissively receive the orders of the Lord in the Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam from the lips of a bona fide devotee whose qualification is mentioned above. That will make everything successful without a doubt. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jai Pataka Swaminiti Ramane Nama Acharya Padaya Nitaya Gurupradaya Nagaragram Tarnay. Hare Krishna devotees, in the last class you all heard that how to remember Krishna, why to remember Krishna all the time. Smadhavya satata Vishnu Vismadhavyo na jatachit Sarve vidya nishadasya etayoreva kinkaraha. Kinkaraha means servants. So these two are the fundamental principles. If you bring any other process, any other rules, regulations, everything will become servant to these two. That means whatever we are doing, it should be conducive to remember Krishna and not to forget Krishna. That is the meaning of that verse. If you are practicing Krishna consciousness, that means you are trying to remember his name, form, qualities. Some person comes, no, that is not the way. You should follow the rules and regulations. You should follow the rituals. If they are saying, okay, fine, whether it will make my remembrance increase Krishna or not, that is the thumb rule. If that is not making, and just we are following the rituals of process, cleaning, suddhi, achar, But finally, if we are not able to remember more Krishna and worrying only about rules and regulations, there is no point. So ultimately, we should remember Krishna. And we should understand how is it possible easily means by understanding Krishna is the proprietor. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam. And Ishavashyam idam sarvam yatkinchit jagatyam jagat tena tektena munjita magradakana saddhanam. So Ishavashyam idam sarvam. Everything, not only properties, everything. If you see animate, if you see inanimate, that means a tree is Krishna's, a object is Krishna's, a human is Krishna's, your wife is Krishna's, your husband is Krishna's, your kids, everything Krishna's. So we should see that everything is Krishna's property. So a common man can ask, how is it possible? Everything is Krishna's. This is my hard earned labor. This house, I worked hard, I earned money, I am still paying every month mortgage. How can I say that it is Krishna's? Did you bring when you are coming into this world? You did not bring anything. You just came even without a piece of cloth on your body. And when we are going, when we die, are we taking anything? Nothing. Even the piece of cloth will be removed by that in that crematorium while the body is burning. They don't keep even just one strand of thread on the body of that dead body. So you are not bringing anything. You are not taking anything. How can we claim that I am this? I am the proprietor. No. We are just caretakers. Suppose in a bank an employee is there. Day in the morning 9 o'clock he comes. He doesn't bring any money of his, and in the evening he goes to home with empty hands. He doesn't take any money. He cannot take any money because everything is bank money. But lakhs and crores of rupees transaction he will do. He will manage the money, but he cannot claim that it is his money because morning till evening I worked so hard. I counted this much money. This is my money. If he says, will the bank agrees? They will put him in the jail. In the same way, if we claim that it is my property, I am the proprietor, we will be put in the jail of Durga Shakti. So, we should always understand that everything belongs to Krishna. And after knowing this fact, what we should do? Till this, yesterday, we have this knowledge of Krishna is the proprietor. And when we remember, he is proprietor not only to some extent, but everything, whatever I see, whatever I deal with, everything animate, inanimate, for everything he is the proprietor. Now we understand how by remembering this every moment, we can remember Krishna all the time. His name, his form, his qualities, his glories, his vibhutis, his potencies, everything we can remember. So now after remembering what we should do, what is the action plan? So now whatever you have earned, any balance is there, bank balance or anything, in the footsteps of Srila Rupa Goswami, we should adopt this process. What he said, while he is living as the Grihastha, he spent 50% of all his income for preaching, for the service of the Lord, and 25% for his family, and 25% he keeps for his personal emergencies like health expenses. So we all should do like that. 25% for the relatives, for the dependents, and 25% for us, and remaining 50% we have to give. So you may ask, how I can give 50%? Already 50% was stolen by the government. What is my net? What is my gross? I am having only little. That's fine. Even after you pay everything for your even whatever the bank has taken away, remaining amount you should split accordingly, 50% for the preaching and Krishna conscious activities, and 25% for the relatives, maintenance of the relatives, 25% for your personal maintenance. And further it is said that why we have to engage 50%, that much for the preaching work. Why? Because Krishna has said that Nachitasman Manusheshu Kaschin me Priya Krittamaha. There is no one dear to me as such persons. Ya idam paramam guhyam madbhaktvesh abhidashyati. So whoever is preaching this confidential knowledge, this secret, that Krishna is the proprietor, Krishna is the enjoyer, we are all the servants, we all should serve Krishna with love and devotion. This is all confidential knowledge. Not everyone can understand. They will treat us sometimes as the mad. What are you talking? Get lost. Because they are so much attached to this wealth, property, sense gratification, lording over material nature, enjoying propensity. So they cannot accept, they cannot understand. But here Srila Prabhupada is emphasizing that somehow or other we should engage our intelligence, our property, our talents in preaching this knowledge. Even if there is little austerity, little piety in anyone, we should immediately try to preach to that person. Somehow or other, ena tena prakarena. Then slowly we can convert this hell, like material world is like hell, dukkhalayam ashashvatam. So such material world into transcendental abode of the Lord. So for this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed one beautiful process also. What we have to do? We have to create an environment for nice singing, dancing and refreshment. So, see, it is mentioned, singing, dancing and refreshment. And for that you need some money, you need to invest some money. Krishna will provide everything for his glories. When there is a spreading of glories, when there is preaching work going on, all you should have is to have desire to preach, to spread this Krishna consciousness nicely. Then Krishna will send all the resources. For example, we see Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is he has gone with 40 rupees, $7 in those days, to such an unknown, very luxurious world, very costly world, US, American world. He doesn't hardly, those money came for the, he finished off all that money within few days after he arrived US. But he established 108 temples. How he did means, he has sincere desire to preach, and he utilized all the money, most of the money, that $7, whatever it is, also for Krishna consciousness preaching only. So when we have a sincere desire and sincere endeavor, Krishna will send everything. Sincere souls he will send, the money he will send. You saw this in Leelamrita, Srila Prabhupada's Leelamrita, when Shyam Sundar Prabhu and Malati Mataji, no, Mukunda and Janaki, I think, when they were, either of these two couples, when they were thinking so much how to pay the rent for that storefront. Right now it is Matchless Gift Shop. How to pay the rent. The landlord is so stubborn. Already with the past previous months amounts, we need to pay $300. How to they were just normal. They are not rich people also, but they want to serve Srila Prabhupada. They want to overcome this obstacle. Then $300 were rolling on the ground and came to them. Just they were walking there. discussing this. The notes were rolling, and when they opened and saw exactly they were the amount that was needed for to pay the rent, they immediately took to the Prabhupada and Srila Prabhupada. Here we found them on the road. Isn't it a miracle? So Krishna will send. We should have that sincere desire. We should stand. We should stand to preach this Krishna consciousness message. And in those days, this philosophy of 50%, 25%, 25% for Grihasthas, they used to adapt it so perfectly. And if there are any brahmacharis, they used to give 100% also to Prabhupada. How? Because they completely believe that Srila Prabhupada is the in charge of this whole machine, and we are the servants. Servants should not own anything. So what they will do is, from morning till evening, they work so hard. They do all the jobs like driver job, they do everything, and they bring the whole amount. They don't keep even 25% for themselves. They bring everything and hand over to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada used to ask, so if I have to give this money for your maintenance, you should go and distribute these books. They don't ask question Srila Prabhupada also. And Srila Prabhupada asks, okay, you need to pay your rent. Because you are staying here, right? You need to pay $25. They don't ask, what is this, Srila Prabhupada? I brought everything, my money to you. Why should I pay rent? They don't ask. They again think of, okay, I need to pay the rent. How can I get this $25 extra? They used to say humbly, sure, Prabhupada, I will try to get as soon as possible. So Srila Prabhupada never thinks that this is their money, this is my money, this is his money. No, this is Krishna's money. And these people were being used as the instruments. Whatever they are bringing, he is very strict. He see that money as the Krishna's money. So even the followers used to accept the Prabhupada words as it is. And they used to create a nice facility for preaching. They used to make some simple prasadam to whoever coming with that amount, and they used to he used to keep that amount to give to send the devotees to other places and starting a preaching center. Not even single penny Prabhupada used for himself. So, and he instructs, never use never waste Krishna's property, even single penny. So he's our spiritual master, His Holiness Jaipatak Swamgir Maharaj used to say that what is the difficult service? Srila Prabhupada has given you so many services. What is the difficult service, most difficult service for you? Then he mentioned that to take care of the money accounts in such a way that not even one single rupee is wasted is the most difficult. Because when they are dealing with so many crores and so many people are involved, to monitor, to have the accountability for every rupee is very difficult. But they have to put lot of effort for the accounts visibility or accounts management, everything. So that is the thing. So whatever here, the mood and mission of the Srila Prabhupada in the purport is, we should spend our income, our intelligence, our talent to create a very nice environment for the new people to come to sing, dance and refresh themselves. That means we should have a nice facility, we should have a nice kirtan team, and we should have that purity, and we should give them nice prasadam. So if they are nice music is there, nice facility is there, nice environment is there, nice kirtan is there, will anyone say no to come? No, right? So they will be attracted like a sugar attract the ants. A honey in the flower attracts the bumblebees. In the same way, the kirtan will attract, because the soul is hankering for this refreshment for millions of lifetimes. And Paramatma is there within the heart. He will guide the souls. Go there, there is something beneficiary. This is like a hell. You cannot enjoy. Your eternal enjoyment is there in that place. Krishna will guide even there is a little piety in anyone. So what we have to do sometimes, we see in the, of course, in all over the world, now it is happening. Everyone is becoming more and more materialistic. They are inclined towards the temporary enjoyment, like animalistic enjoyment, that is eating, mating, sleeping, defending. Only this. But beg, borrow, or still enjoy. This is the Charvak philosophy which is going on so prevalently in the current material world. But they will go to the hell. The hell is so costly. They are making the pavement to the hell golden carpet, not even red carpet, golden carpet they are putting to the hell, because they are spending lots of money. If they go to any wine shop, they have to spend thousands of dollars. If they go to for any sense enjoyment like clubs, like we see that casinos, there is no person earning. Everything is in loss. That means for that flickering enjoyment, they are spending millions of dollars. But whereas whatever the path the devotee is showing to go back to Godhead is very simple. He is singing, dancing, feasting. Singing, which was shown by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is very simple, whereas it will take us back to Godhead. It will take us beyond the liberation, beyond the moksha. Yesterday we celebrated Vaikunta Ekadasi, Mokshada Ekadasi, not Mokshada Ekadasi, Vaikunta Ekadasi, Mukkota Ekadasi. People say that if you see the Lord on Uttara Darshan, and that means north entrance, usually the temples will face east entrance. But on this specific day, if you see the Lord entering on the northern direction, we will see the Lord directly, and we will go back to Vaikuntha Loka after death. But we will get the ticket to go to Vaikuntha, but our mind will not allow us. Simple logic. If the mind is not allowing, when there is a nice kirtan, when there is a nice bhajan going on, nice discourse going on, when the mind is not allowing to go there, how the mind will allow? Even one time you go to Vaikuntha, that Uttaradar Darshan on Vaikuntha Ekadasi, when the mind is not allowing, the jiva cannot go. Krishna will not force anyone to come. That means he has eligibility, but he doesn't want to go. Then what? Krishna will tie his hands and pull into the Vaikuntha or what? No. Okay, whenever you want to come, you come. And here the jiva is again and again that chewing the chewed. That means even though there is no juice in that, he wants to again and again bite that sugar cane, which is already chewed by so many people. The jiva is like that. So what the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Prabhupada, what we should do means, we should educate the people of this Param Drustva Nivartate. How more happiness it will give, more relishment it will give. Bhakti, how it is much juicier than any other enjoyment. We should educate them. In this process, even we have to spend that's fine, you have to spend. Even in this process we have to put lot of endeavors, that's fine. Even one person only you are cultivating, that's fine. Krishna will be pleased with your efforts, not with the number of devotees. Of course, if you can cultivate number of devotees, that's good, but you don't need to be disappointed. But invest all the energy, all your assets, whatever your capacity, and educate the people, remove their disease, and make them understand this is the real enjoyment. When we are engaged our senses in the service of the Supreme Lord, or when we are engaged in our senses to dance in front of the Lord, to sing in front of the Lord, to please the Lord by beautiful drawing, everything, that is the ultimate purpose of our lives. This is the perfection. We should educate everyone. And it is not newly introduced by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Prabhupada. Earlier it is there. Nobody claimed themselves as the proprietor. If you see, even from the Sri Krishna Devaraya or before times also, Cholas, if you see in South India, there are big temples. Even the kings, emperors are like Rajarshis. They are Rajas but also Rishis. They understand everything belongs to Krishna. Ishavasham idam sarvam. And what they do, they use all the taxes amount to construct beautiful temples for the Lord. That's why even after thousands of years, they are so strong. Even so many invaders came, they couldn't destroy. They are very powerful. They built, and in fact, those temples are protecting the whole world, because they installed the deities, chanting some powerful mantras, following some agama process, very serious process that gives lot of protection. So, and they used to keep lot of acres of land and for the temple maintenance, because they believe that all these land, all these properties belong to Krishna. And all the grahasthas or rajas, they used to be the servants of that god. If you see Sri Ranganatha temple, the temple itself, the premises is 350 acres, and beyond that whole, the Kaveri river, everything, it belongs to Lord Ranganatha, and they are the servants. They used to adopt, but slowly people, out of sense gratification, they are occupying the Lord's property also. So this is all stealing the Lord's property. We will face the consequences by this attitude. Nothing belongs to us, everything belongs to Krishna. We should always remember that, and we should utilize all our earnings, so-called whatever we are thinking, it is mine, nothing is ours, everything is Krishna's. We should utilize everything for his pleasure, and to bring more and more, to educate more and more souls, and to spread this awareness. And not only in this every religion, any bona fide religion, any bona fide follower will believe in that. So nothing is ours, everything is, they say that some Allah's, everything is Jesus, everything is Krishna's. So every true religion will believe that we are the servants of the Lord and Lord is the proprietor. Okay. Hare Krishna. If there are any questions or concerns, you can ask. If there are any comments. Okay. If there are no questions or comments, we will chant prayers to Lord Narasimha Bhagavan for the protection of the devotees of ISKCON Somerset and all over the world. Ugram Veeram Mahavishtum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityam Namamyaham. Ugram Veeram Mahavishtum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Narasimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityam Namamyaham. उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहं। नरसिंह भगवान की जय। प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas who are like the Decitress. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Let's chant 3 times Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which is the Yuga Dharma of this Kali Yuga. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। भगवान श्री कृष्ण परमात्मा की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे हरे बोल। हरे कृष्ण।